Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the graduation ceremony for the Iowa Law Enforcement Academy's 326th Basic Training Class. I'm Brady Carney, Director at the Iowa Law Enforcement Academy, and it's my honor to be here with you today. As we begin today's ceremony, I would like to give a big thank you to our supporting partners at all levels. Rising Sun Church for being such a gracious host today, Major General Osborne, and all members of the Iowa National Guard. Thank you for your service, and thank you for your ongoing partnership on Camp Dodge. Adventureland for use of training space, the Altoona Police Department, Crossroads Shooting Sports, Fairway, Hy-V Grimes, Frontline Therapy, the Iowa Speedway in Newton, Barney's Repair Shop in Newton, Impact Iowa's Heroes, the 1042 Project, the Iowa Law Enforcement Academy Council, and law enforcement professionals from around the state who serve as guest instructors and role players, and to all chiefs, sheriffs, and law enforcement leaders who lend us your valuable resources from across the state. Thank you. And to the family and friends of those being celebrated today, you are our most important guests. Thank you for your unwavering support of all these graduates throughout their journey. Your support and sacrifices have made today possible. Once we get into the recognition portions of today's ceremony, please feel free to move around and take photos. Please remain seated while I call in Class 326. Will the 326 Basic please enter? If you are able, please stand for the presentation of colors by the Iowa State Patrol Honor Guard. Will you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will you please remain standing for the invocation by Chaplain Al Perez?
Let's bow our heads. Almighty God, we come before you today with gratitude, with humility as we honor these graduates who have answered the call to serve and protect. We thank you for the strength, the courage, and the perseverance to answer the call in serving and protecting our communities. We ask that you give them perseverance. You've brought them this far in this moment as you've guided them every step of the way in this journey through every challenge that has come along them in the last 16 weeks. As we stand at the threshold of this calling, we ask for your divine presence to go before them, grant them wisdom to make just and sound decisions, to strengthen them in the face of danger with courage and compassion, to serve all peoples with fairness, dignity, and respect. We ask that they guard their hearts and minds in times of stress and uncertainty. Surround them with your peace in moments of danger and steady them in times of crisis. Help them to remain calm under pressure and faithful to the oath they take, to uphold the law, seek justice, and serve with honor and integrity, even when it's difficult. Protect them as they protect others. Watch over their families who share in both the pride and sacrifice of this calling. Give those families comfort, strength, and reassurance, knowing their loved ones are in your care. Remind these officers that their work matters and that their service brings light into difficult places and dilemmas where they are never alone. May they be guided by truth, strengthened by courage, and anchored in a deep sense of purpose. Help them to be instruments of peace in their communities and examples of honor in all they do. Walk with them in every shift, in every call, in every unknown moment. Keep them safe, keep them strong, and bring them home every night. We ask this all in your holy name. Amen.
Please be seated. At this time, I would like to introduce those on stage: Academy Assistant Director Sherry Poole, Academy Assistant Director Naima Sadiq, the captain from the Marshalltown Police Department and Iowa Law Enforcement Academy Council member Sadie Weekly, the Attorney General for the state of Iowa, Brenna Bird, and Chaplain Al Perez. Would members of Team ILEA please stand? If you have not already, I'm sure many of you will hear stories about the Academy in the days and weeks to come. This small but mighty team works tirelessly to help make today possible. These individuals work around the clock and throughout the year to ensure high-quality training for ILEA recruits. Basic training is the foundation for an inspiring career filled with purpose, adventure, and unique challenges that push men and women to grow, think creatively, and serve with excellence. This is not an easy task. However, this team does it extremely well. They challenge, encourage, mentor, and support each recruit to be their best. Thank you, Team ILEA, for all that you do, and please give them a round of applause for all their efforts. I'd like to take just a few moments to talk about the importance of today and the years to come. Many of you have heard these words before, but I feel it's important we all recognize and embrace what lies ahead. First, to the friends and families of these new law enforcement professionals, don't ever discount or forget your role in helping each loved one navigate a successful career. Having a strong support system is crucial to ongoing success and safety. Your words of encouragement, support, and prayer will be extremely important throughout their journey. Whether you want to know every detail from every shift, or whether you want to know nothing at all, please keep in mind what is best for them. There will be ups and downs, days and nights, thrills and chills, weekends and holidays. Plans will be altered, and some events will be missed. There will be times you may feel neglected, but please understand, it is likely that their time and energy may have been spent on a kid they just met or on someone who has no one else. A life of service is not easy, or many more would choose it. Many in this building know what I'm talking about, as the first words in most conversations or at any gathering is usually, he's a cop or she's a cop. Make a point to still introduce them by name, as your son, as your daughter, husband, wife, or partner. With societal expectations of perfection and immortality, do your best to keep them human. Keep them in touch with life outside the profession. Remind them of their hobbies. Encourage contact with old friends. You know them best, so speak up if they start to resemble someone else. Please know their days may be filled with uncertainty, so I challenge you to be their constant. And to you, the members of the 326 Basic, thank you for choosing a life of service. Your oath to help those in need, protect those in danger, and save those who you may not know means you are quite rare. The sights, sounds, smells, and memories may be slow to fade, but do not let those overshadow the smiles, the waves, the hugs, and the high fives. The importance and the impact of every single interaction you will have matters. Your interactions matter to those you serve, and they should matter to you. A profession only exists when it's made up of professionals, and I hope that is the standard you will continually strive for. Whether you're fixing a flat tire, reassuring the scared, or dealing with evil, remain professional. On duty and off duty, in a uniform and in a t-shirt, in crowds and in shadows, remain professional. When you are the only source of calm and are surrounded by chaos, remain professional. The Law Enforcement Code of Ethics states in part, I recognize my shield of office as a symbol of public faith, and I accept it as a public trust to be held so long as I am true to the ethics of police service. And while this may seem like a heavy burden to carry, please know you are not doing this alone. When you walk across the stage in just a bit, I encourage you to look out into the audience. In an era that can be ripe with resentment and ridicule, make no mistake about it. Support for law enforcement is alive and well all across Iowa. Thank you for your desire and your willingness to serve the citizens of Iowa. Wear your vest, wear your seatbelt, and take care of those who will take care of you, both on the job and at home. Please be safe in all that you do, and congratulations to each and every one of you. Thank you. At this time, we'll move into the presentation of our special awards for the family members or agencies of those being honored with an award. Please feel free to move around and take photos. Will Instructor Swim please come forward to present the top academic award?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jennifer Swim, and I have the pleasure to present the top academic award to the officer with the highest overall GPA in Class 326. The 326 Basic Academy consists of 45 officers from around the state. Their training exceeds 740 hours in 16 weeks with classes such as OWI enforcement techniques, firearms, vehicle operations, defensive tactics, and the always nerve-wracking criminal law among the 100 different topics that they were tested on. Overall, the class had an average of a 91.69% on their exams, but with a very, very impressive average of a 98.68%, the top academic award goes to a park ranger from the Harrison County Conservation Board, Lane Vennick. At this time, I would like to invite Instructor Lane Thayer to present the next award.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Lane Thayer, and in just a moment, I'll be presenting the Top Shooter Award for Class 326. Before I do that, I'd like to invite you all to visit the Concerns of Police Survivors booth located in the foyer at the conclusion of the ceremony today. Concerns of Police Survivors, or COPS for short, serves families and loved ones of officers who have died in the line of duty. And every year they play a vital role in helping those families and loved ones begin to cope and heal from that tragic loss. We would love for the families and friends of these recruits graduating today to learn more about that organization and talk to the folks at the booth after we finish. As I said, my name is Lane Thayer. Together with Kyle Johnson, Matt Wood, and Elliot Patterson, I have the privilege of administering the firearms program. Class 326 was a real pleasure to work with on the range, and I have to give them some credit. For us to get the number of required hours that we needed, we had to start on the range in mid-February. And I heard more complaining from Instructor Johnson over having to be out there. He's over here hiding in the corner. I heard more complaining from him than I ever did from the recruits. And even though sometimes it was less than ideal to learn how to shoot a gun in sub-zero temperatures, nobody complained, and they all showed wonderful improvement throughout the whole program. Everyone has the opportunity to compete for the Top Shooter Award, which is presented to the recruit with the highest overall points across 4 handgun quals, a low-light handgun qual, a shotgun qual, and a rifle qual. In Class 326, we had a 4-way tie for first place. We had 4 shooters who collectively only missed 1 shot apiece. And the last time we had a tie, I just threw a loaded gun on the floor and said the last one standing wins. I got in a lot of trouble for that. It turns out it's better to ask permission for some things and not always forgiveness. So I didn't do that this time. This time we simply had a very challenging tiebreaker that they had to shoot in front of the whole class. I'm proud to announce that the top shooter for Class 326 is an officer from the West Des Moines Police Department, Ethan Carlson. I'd like to invite Brooke McPherson to present the next award.
Good afternoon. I am here to present the Top Driver Award for the class of 326. With driving being a pivotal aspect to officer safety every day, it's important to have an advanced understanding of vehicle control and proactive driving techniques. For this award, we took into consideration all courses that the recruits drove throughout the Emergency Vehicle Operations Program. This included skid avoidance, precision driving, and pursuit techniques. The program culminates in a large multi-skill course, which incorporates elements from all of the driving courses. The recruit, who demonstrates exemplary understanding of vehicle control throughout the training, and who during that final multi-skill course has the fastest time without striking any cones, is given this award. So families, this is a highly anticipated announcement because nobody knows who gets this award until graduation. They have had 3 agonizing weeks just waiting to hear the results. So without further ado, I am proud to announce that the winner of this Top Driver Award is an officer from Ankeny Police Department, Miles Rucker.
Congratulations, Class 326. I feel like just last week we did our first tour day run around Camp Dodge. My name is Natalie Q. I am one of the fitness coaches for the recruits during the academy. Coach Aaron Hauser is the other fitness coach, and we design, plan, and conduct the physical training for the recruits throughout the academy. Our job is to make sure the recruits reach a required fitness standard during these 16 weeks. Their fitness test consists of push-ups, sit-ups, and a 1.5-mile run. Each event has its own standard that must be met in order to graduate. Our workouts together included strength sessions, hill runs, conditioning work, and the occasional yoga session. Class 326 showed up ready to work, and we will miss hitting those 400s out on the track with you. We will miss getting in those mop-ups. We will miss doing the inchworms. We will also miss Gipple showing up in her KDs. Maybe a little Stein time shouting. And we do hope you hit the occasional mop-up to remember us. And wait, Grady, what'd you say? I am up here today, though, to acknowledge those who achieved a higher fitness standard. I get to introduce the newest members of the ILEA 300-Point Club. This consists of sit-ups, a 1.5-mile run, and pull-ups instead of push-ups. The standard for men includes 80 or more sit-ups, 20 or more pull-ups, and a sub-9-minute 1.5-mile run. The standard for women includes 80 or more sit-ups, 14 or more pull-ups, and a sub-10-minute 1.5-mile run. The recruits must meet all three in order to get into the 300-Point Club. Class 326 ended up with 6 recruits getting in. Every single recruit worked hard to make it, and I couldn't be more excited to announce all of them today. The first recruit I will be recognizing was able to take 1 minute and 8 seconds off of their run time from the first test. They ended with a time of 8:53 and also getting those sit-ups on the last test. Let's congratulate a park ranger from the Sioux County Conservation Board, Carson Shear. Our second recruit is someone who worked hard the whole academy. The recruit ran an awesome 1.5-mile time of an 8:48. This recruit also hit 95 sit-ups, which is the highest number out of both classes. Let's congratulate a police officer from the Van Meter Police Department, Nathaniel Schwab. Our third recruit worked very hard on every test, and it showed in the run times. This recruit was able to get a sub-9 minute on all 4 tests, and with the fastest being an 8:37. Let's congratulate a park ranger from the Harrison County Conservation Board, Lane Vennick. Our next recruit was fun to train and definitely encouraged fellow recruits. This recruit ended with a nice run time of an 8:42. Let's congratulate a police officer from the West Des Moines Police Department, Ethan Carlson. Our next recruit also showed up on all 4 tests by getting a sub-9 minute on the 1.5 mile every time. This recruit was able to get that run down to an 8-minute flat while here at the academy. That's actually our second fastest out of both classes. Let's hear it for the police officer from Stewart Police Department, Luis Lopez Perez. Our last recruit improved their run by a minute 36 while working these 16 weeks. They worked hard, kept their head down throughout the entire academy. This recruit ended with a run time of 8:50. Let's congratulate a police officer from the Ames Police Department, Daniel Rosa. These are your newest members of the ILEA 300-Point Club. Congrats.
Hi, my name is Jason Cunningham, and I have the privilege of introducing their class leadership. Everything is created twice, first in the mind and then in reality. Whatever got you here, a dream, a goal, a calling, you knew many sacrifices had to be made in order to make that thought a reality. So how'd you get here? Gradually, then suddenly. It's turning failures into victories, tough conversations into lasting friendships, and missed moments at home into a reminder of your why. For these recruits to navigate the many ups and downs they encounter, they elect class leadership. It has been a great pleasure to watch these leaders champion their class. With that, I would like to introduce the class leadership for Class 326. A class lieutenant from the Polk County Sheriff's Office, Dustin Stein. A class captain from the Jasper County Sheriff's Office, Deputy Curtis Pittman III. Another round of applause for class leadership. Now the class captain will give his speech.
Distinguished guests and visitors, thank you for attending today's graduation of Class 326. To Director Carney, AD Poole, and AD Sadiq, this organization that you oversee is one of the most professional institutions in the state of Iowa. It is unmatched in its determination to create an extensive and skilled law enforcement community. To the instructors, thank you for the valuable insight and the knowledge you have passed on to us as a class. The lessons learned and passion that it was taught did not go unnoticed. We will continue to carry this with us throughout our careers. The amount of subject matter expertise that we absorbed gave us a fantastic baseline to conduct our duties in the utmost professional manner. To the families of Class 326, today and this future career could not be possible without you. Your support for your loved one did not go unnoticed. The care you provided became the light in the dark with the stressors and challenges that we constantly faced. Without you, none of us would be here today. You are the driving force for allowing us to endeavor into the daily unknowns, and this facet itself is a selfless act. You have also sacrificed your time and energy for us, allowing us to achieve true potential throughout these 16 weeks. In my opinion, you are the real heroes going forward. Class 326, here we are. Throughout this journey, we have experienced many challenges, but one thing has held true. We accomplished this through our camaraderie and cohesion that we built. Each individual personality walking across this stage today brings their own special talents and purposes to the law enforcement community. Each of our communities will benefit from us having to protect them daily. Although we are all going to go back to our respective organizations, we will never stop learning and striving for greatness. For nobody has ever achieved greatness by settling on mediocrity. Throughout the years, I have been part of numerous graduations, given many speeches. However, I have not been prouder than I am today to be able to walk across the stage with you all. As we leave here today, continue to not ever hesitate facing fear, danger, or adversity head on, or become complacent in your routines. As I leave you here today, there's a quote from General George S. Patton Jr. that continuously kept me going throughout my last career, and it still carries over into this new endeavor that we are about to embark upon. It reads, "If you are going to win any battle, you have to do one thing. You have to make the mind run the body. Never let the body tell the mind what to do. The body is never tired if the mind is not tired." Regardless of the future situation in which we find ourselves, treat all with the dignity and respect that they deserve. However, stand ready and willing to do what is necessary to preserve the innocent lives around us. I thank you all for the memories, and I look forward to keeping up with you all in the future.
Thank you, Captain Pittman, for your words and all of your work throughout this training cycle. The Iowa Attorney General's Office plays an important role for all Iowa citizens and law enforcement professionals throughout the state. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce the Attorney General of the state of Iowa, Brenna Bird.
Well, thank you. I'm Brenna Bird, and I'm so glad to get to be here today as your Attorney General. And let me say this, first of all, I am so impressed with you, Class 326, for your hard work, your dedication, your commitment, and your choice to serve. I admire you, and that is commendable and does not go unnoticed. You know, as Attorney General, I get to work on criminal justice issues, upholding the rule of law, our Constitution, supporting our law enforcement, helping victims. And that was one of the reasons that I wanted to serve as Attorney General, because I loved the chance to get to do that. So today is a very special day. And let me tell you this, class, let me tell you this. Everywhere I go in Iowa, because of my job, people tell me how much they appreciate our law enforcement, that they back you, they appreciate you, they admire you. Now, sometimes the people you arrest, they might not be quite so thankful, right? But let me tell you this, on behalf of the state of Iowa, we love you, we appreciate you, and we are so thankful for your choice to serve right now. Thank you for that. We admire that and we commend that. And for the families who are here today, let me say this. I appreciate the commitment that you have shown as family members of this class, supporting them in their choice to serve. And for those who are not already a law enforcement family, today's a very special day for your whole family. You are joining a very special family. And for those of you who are, you know what that means. And so very thankful for the sacrifices that you've made. And I have to say, you have some awfully cute kids here that are, I'm sure, waiting to see you. But, you know, thank you for that. Thank you for that service. And especially right now, it's an important time when we have law enforcement who answer that call to serve. It is so important because it can be a tough time sometimes, and sometimes the people that criticize the most are the first ones to call 911 when they don't know what to do. And what happens? You answer the call, you show up, no matter who it is, you do the right thing, and you take care of things and save the day, and we count on you for that. And we also count on you to hold that blue line that we see on the law enforcement flag. That blue line represents something. You know, to me, it represents what law enforcement do, that line between order and chaos on the other side, and the line between justice and victimization, the line between peace and danger. And that's an important line that you hold, and you keep us all safe from that by the job that you do. So, you know, with that, let me just say I appreciate the work that you will do. As Attorney General, we are looking forward to prosecuting your cases in our office when it comes to that, and you are heroes to us, and the people in my office and all of Iowa appreciates your service. Please know that you will always have an ally in the Attorney General's office. God bless you. Thank you.
All right, as we get into presenting the certificates, make sure that you feel free to get up and move around and take pictures as they go across the stage. If we could hold our applause until everybody is done, then we can get through this fairly quickly. An officer from the Webster City Police Department, Gabrielle Patrick Ackerson. An officer from the Johnston Police Department, Bryce Michael Engel. An officer from the Eldora Police Department, Nolan Thomas Arnold. An officer from the West Des Moines Police Department, Ethan Christopher Carlson. A deputy from the Jasper County Sheriff's Office, Andrew Joseph Paul Carpenter. An officer from the Grinnell Police Department, Paul David Chamberlain. An officer from the Marshalltown Police Department, Corey Michael Critchlow. An officer from the Norwalk Police Department, Austin John DeFord. A park ranger from the Tama County Conservation Board, Owen Wayne Eli. An officer from the Sioux City Police Department, Isaac Galileo Gallardo. A deputy from the Cherokee County Sheriff's Office, Jonathan Robert Galvin. An officer from the Urbandale Police Department, Anna Kelly Gipple. An officer from the Carlisle Police Department, Luke Robert Hatchett. An officer from the Johnston Police Department, Christian Dean Hazelbaker. An officer from the Audubon Police Department, Jason Michael Heeman. An officer from the Ames Police Department, Jacelyn Nicole Kem. A deputy from the Ida County Sheriff's Office, Cale James Ladwig. A deputy from the Dickinson County Sheriff's Office, Zachary Nicholas Lighthouser. An officer from the Stewart Police Department, Luis Manuel Lopez Perez. An officer from the Sioux City Police Department, Esteban Mañana Casino. An officer from the Ames Police Department, Jack Ryan McDonough. An officer from the West Des Moines Police Department, Morgan Grace McKinney. A deputy from the Polk County Sheriff's Office, Noah Stephen McMullen. An officer from the Newton Police Department, Connor Matthew McPartlin. A deputy from the Fremont County Sheriff's Office, Dalian Cruz Melgoza. An officer from the Boone Police Department, Cale Stephen Nave. A deputy from the Union County Sheriff's Office, Jacob Brian Poholski. A deputy from the Jasper County Sheriff's Office, Curtis Harold Pittman III. A deputy from the Sioux County Sheriff's Office, Gabrielle Harrison Zaha Rathbun. A deputy from the Greene County Sheriff's Office, Larry Wayne Rogers. An officer from the Ames Police Department, Danielle Lee Rosa. An officer from the Ankeny Police Department, Miles Tyler Trent Rucker. An officer from the Johnston Police Department, Ozil Alfonso Salinas. An officer from the Marshalltown Police Department, Hunter Matthew Schmelzer. An officer from the Van Meter Police Department, Nathaniel Lee Schwab. A deputy from the Polk County Sheriff's Office, Sean Stephen Sinarigi. An officer from the Adel Police Department, Brady Christian Shea. A park ranger from the Sioux County Conservation Board, Carson David Shear. A deputy from the Polk County Sheriff's Office, Dustin Keeley Stein. A deputy from the Polk County Sheriff's Office, Grady Allen Steinhardt. An officer from the West Des Moines Police Department, Troy Raymont Stewart, Jr. An officer from the Iowa Falls Police Department, Preston Robert Swenson. An officer from the Jefferson Police Department, Shaden Reese Thurman. A park ranger from the Harrison County Conservation Board, Lane Easton Vennick. An officer from the Marshalltown Police Department, Stephen Henry Wonderland. If we could get a round of applause for the class of 326.
The badge is perhaps the single most visible and recognizable symbol of law enforcement. It symbolizes the demands of our profession: courage, compassion, honor, integrity, professionalism, protection, sacrifice. It is not a coincidence that a badge is worn over the left chest to protect a vital, yet very vulnerable part of the human body, the heart. This is an enduring symbol of public trust and commitment. Will the family members or designated individuals please come forward to pin the badge on these new professionals? Feel free to move around and take photos. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and privilege to present to you the Iowa Law Enforcement Academy's 326 Basic.
Remain standing. As public servants, serving and giving back to community is paramount to the calling. When our law enforcement take the lead in serving community, it builds a lot of relational equity with the people that they protect and the citizens that they serve in their communities. And every academy, every 16 weeks, we do a little friendly wager between both classes. And even though it is a little contest, really, at the end of the day, we pull the finances that are raised in the project that we choose in the region, and we combine those resources. And I am really proud to say, between classes 325 and 326, they nearly raised $9,000. Fairway, one of our partners, matched them, and we doubled the amount of groceries that we were able to just give out to community on Wednesday night. So why don't you give these guys a hand for getting out there and... So it wasn't just groceries. We had 5-gallon buckets of pickles that were donated. And my memory recalls, it was 326 that were the happiest about the pickles, giving those out, versus the groceries that they were giving out. Better watch it there, Chaplain, getting excited. But I will tell you what, in all the years that I've done it, that had to be 326, one of the best opportunities I've seen, that they just did it with joy. They engaged with the people that came, and they made that event successful because they really engaged with complete strangers in neighborhoods that they are not familiar with. So 326, thank you for that. Give them another hand. So when I speak, usually it's a wireless. You see why, right? With a wireless mic versus knocking this over. We're going to close out and ask for God's blessing to be upon 326. Their mission's going to start once they leave here today. And we just want to put an exclamation point in prayer on every one of them. So let's just bow our heads before we go out of here. Our Heavenly Father, first and foremost, we just are grateful and thankful. As we look at the world around us, as we see on the news and the things that we see globally, the things that we see all across America, oftentimes we are just seeing the fabric of society unwind. None of this goes underneath your scrutiny. And I'm grateful here in the state of Iowa to know that the best of the best, second to none, have been equipped, trained, and now are going out into their mission field to protect us from evil. I thank you that evil never wins at the end of the day. We thank you that you are a conqueror, and because you called them, you will also see to it that they are successful in their assignment. Now unto him who's able to keep every one of you from falling, to present you before his glorious presence without fault and with great joy, be to the one, the true chief in the heavens, the glory, the honor, and the power forevermore. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Perez. This concludes today's graduation ceremony. On behalf of everyone at the Iowa Law Enforcement Academy, thank you for joining us. Captain Pittman, will you please dismiss Class 326 for the final time?